Hello, all you wonderful Rise of Kingdoms players out there. This is Dragothien here, and today we're going to be doing a Mulan Mastery Guide. I was going to do this as a 2 things you really need to know about Mulan video, but I figured by the time I got deep into this thing, it's going to turn into a Mastery Guide anyway, so let's go ahead and jump into it. We're going to go from start to finish on the skills, how you should unlock her. I don't necessarily think there needs to be a talent build for her right now, although you can. She's an integration player, so integration is probably one of the worst talent trees in the game. And then again, she's peacekeeping too. So really, support is the only usable, viable talent tree line in this commander. So, and plus again, one of her skills makes her be second. So I think that we'll hold off on the talent build for this video, although I will put one on my Discord. I have all the talent builds over there already. But for the video, let's focus on what's important, right? Let's focus on why you want to max, or at least try and get lucky, you know, no pun intended, with Mulan, okay? So, first off, what is she? What is she for? Why would you want to use her? Why would you want to get her to a certain level, etc., okay? So first off, she is a support character. She is made for support. She is not a frontline character in the sense that you want to throw her up front to cause a mass amount of damage and, you know, see your Williams, your YSGs, your Ramses, your Genghis, your whoever, right? Damage dealing character, insert name here. That's not what Mulan is. She's basically, in my opinion, a combination of an Ethelfled, and then with her primary skill here, a little bit of a Joan. So she's got a little bit of everything that really good support characters that we already have in this game in one package. She's got that in one package. So let's go through the skills really quickly, which ones are important and how to unlock her. First off, you want to max her first skill. That's one of her most important skills. Get her first skill to 5 before you unlock, but you can go 5-1-1-1, all right? So the reason I say this, I'll show you once I get to the 4th skill and why that 4th skill is so important. First skill is basically a really nice buff, 15% attack, defense, health. Troops led by this commander and allies within a circular area of effect gain 15% increase to attack, defense, and health, and a 25% increase march speed for 2 seconds. It's a little light on the length, okay? Now, if you want to have maximum buff benefits, you could go Mulan primary with Joan secondary, and you would have a good set of about 7 seconds of buffs, okay? And that's fine, but you're going to die really quickly because the talent trees on Mulan are just really bad, and you're going to nerf the back half of her skills. So be careful with that, okay? If you want to just have the maximum amount of buffs, that's really the only way to do it, is to have Mulan primary because she is only a 2-second buff. However, whenever you go to expertise her, it jumps to 3 seconds, so a little bit extra is nice if you want to put her as a secondary. That helps with the buffing capability, but if you want just buffs, she's got to be primary, which kind of nerfs the rest of her, so just kind of be careful of that. But really good skill. This is a skill that you don't really see in the rest of the game. Even Joan has a really strong buff, but it's separated by different types of troops, and you don't know what you're going to be buffing, and this is just a flat buff, 15% across the board. Really, really good to have. Now, second here, Heart of a Warrior. Damage taken while surrounded is reduced by 5% once it's maxed. When attacked, there's a 20% chance to reduce the attacker's rage by 100 when maxed. That's very good. The problem is, this is a single target thing, and it's got a 5-second cooldown on it. So, if you're getting swarmed, right? If you got 5 people attacking you, which, again, you've got surrounded here as a thing, right? Damage taken reduction of 5% when surrounded. That's good. When attacked, though, you can reduce one of the attacker's rage by up to 100, depending on how much you have this skill maxed out at. That's nice, but if you got 5 people hitting you, it's only affecting 1 target. The production is minimal. It's nice to have that little 100 rage gone from that one attacker, but the other 4 attackers are just basically wailing on you, and you will die very quickly. So, good-ish skill, but in real-life practice, especially with how you're going to likely be using Mulan, which is going to be in a murder ball or a big group of fighting players, just crossing your fingers and hoping not to get targeted is basically going to be your best bet. Third skill. This is the best experience skill in the game. You've got Lohar, which used to be the best experience skill in the game at 70%. You've got Mulan here now has 95%. Now keep in mind, this is a legendary commander, so getting here is going to either require some investment of gold sculptures, which I really don't recommend, or it's just going to take time to max her out through the gold key system. So you're going to have to kind of figure that out, right? But best experience bonus in the game by 25 full percentage points. So very nice to have, but again, we're talking about fighting here, right? We're talking about what she's going to do for us on the battlefield. This is obviously a wasted skill for that purpose. But for your account and growing other commanders and things like that, 95% is nice. Now, what about the fourth skill? I got lucky whenever I put my next skill in and got a second hit on the fourth skill. One of a kind general. And I think this is a very good description of the fourth skill for Mulan. Why do I say that? What is she? What did we say that she was, right? Support, buff, and then this skill makes her debuff. Okay, so this is an amazing skill. The first part, it's negligible. You get a 20% attack bonus. That's okay. That's good job. The second part is what really makes her almost a must-have, especially if you're talking about top tier. Top tier late game fighting, when you're talking about Osiris League, even regular Arc of Osiris at the top levels, heavy KBK fighting where you're in a murder ball and you want to target something down. This is one of those skills you just want to have as part of your pairing setups, okay? So again, first part's a 20% attack bonus, but the second part is when serving as a secondary commander, which is what we were just talking about, right? You have to either primary or secondary. When serving as a secondary commander, her using an active skill causes the target to take 20% increased damage from all sources. It even says from all sources. That means skill damage. That means additional skill damage. That means normal attack, counter attack, everything. Okay, that increases all damage types for 3 seconds. That is huge. That is huge. When you're trying to take down a Theodora in Arc of Osiris or Osiris League and you're swarming it, this is a huge bonus. When you're talking about being in a murder ball in the middle of an Arc of Osiris or in KVK and you want to take down a target that's beefy and tanky like a Richard Charles or Richard Alex or Guan Alex or whatever, right? Damage taken increased by 20%, guys. Huge, huge, must have. This is her best skill. I would say this is actually the #1 skill on Mulan. The first skill is really nice with that buff, that 15% stats across the board, but her fourth skill is her best skill, in my opinion. So with that being said, I'm going to try and get her to 5, whatever 5. That's going to be the goal here. I may throw a few gold sculptures her way just to see if I can get a little lucky early on and get that fourth skill maxed out. If I can, great. If I get about, maybe 5 or 6 skills in and I'm not getting that fourth skill proc, then I'll likely stop and just wait for my gold keys to give me what I need for Mulan, which will take about a year or so. But that being said, this fourth skill is amazing. You have to have at least a few of these in top tier Osiris League, Arc of Osiris, and really, again, in KBK, she is a great addition to taking down structures. If there's just a fort that won't go down, you can't get, they've got three cities around the structure and they just keep refilling the with reinforcements and stuff like that. This is a great way to maybe get some more positive trades, to maybe have them think twice about refilling that structure with more of their troops. So that's kind of my summary for Mulan. Again, her expertise buffs the buff, which increases it to 20% attack across the board and 30% increased march speed. That's really good too. Again, very, very nice to have, but again, you're talking about expertising a peacekeeping commander that does 0 damage. Okay, there's no skill damage whatsoever on this commander. This is strictly a XP boosting damage reduction for your army, which again, you're not adding Mulan to become more tanky. Let's be honest. She's a buffer. She's a debuffer. She's support. Okay, so you're going to get this expertise whenever, again, if you're doing it efficiently, you're using the gold keys to do this. If you're not, and you just got some extra gold heads to throw, universals, throw them in there. Be happy with having that fourth skill and that first skill, especially with the expertise boosting. That's 20 across the board. Really, really, really nice, guys. I cannot tell you how nice this fourth skill is going to be at the top level of fighting content in this game. I hope you guys have enjoyed this. Again, 5111's how you unlock it. Unlock her, Mulan. She's been out for a little while, but I think a lot of people are just kind of looking at her as a novelty. I see her as this is going to be one of those must-have commanders as the game progresses. And really, again, I've already kind of shown you what I think she should be used mostly for, which is that taking out tough structures, murder ball situations, and then certainly an arc. She's a must-have for arc. Must have. I think I did that on the other video I did the other day when I pointed out all the commanders that you need to have for arc. So hope this Commander Mastery Series guide has been good for you. Hope it's been helpful. Maybe helped you make a decision or two based off of how you want to use her or how you want to level her up or whatever. So that's what this is for. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you guys next time. Cheers. Have a good one. And take care.